Oh, hello. Welcome to Sister Pine's Adventures. My name is Katie, and thanks for stopping by. This is a brand new channel. This is day 2. I'm doing Vlogmas 2022. The purpose of this channel, which I'm still trying to figure out, really is about how to find your joy. My husband and I are dream chasers because dreams don't chase you back, so you have to work really hard at them, and we have. So I have no advice, but I can tell you what worked for me. I have found like word of mouth or watching somebody else's YouTubes, like see somebody who's doing what you want to do and learn from them. I think that's like the best way we can do anything. From crazy little things like, oh my gosh, your hair's adorable. Who cut your hair? That kind of stuff. You know, find somebody who's doing what you like or be inspired by their energy. My friend Lynn Ann from Nina's Knots Crochet, who inspired me to do this, she has a YouTube channel, and it's all about yarn, crocheting, the crochet community or yarn community. I don't crochet, but I am inspired by her. I love watching her. I look forward to my Sundays and Wednesdays when I can tune in and watch Lynn Ann because she's really good at what she does. And you gotta totally celebrate that. That is what life is all about. Celebrating when you find what's good, what you're good at, and then seeing it and supporting it when somebody else is good at it. So Lynn at Nina's Knots Crochet rocks and hit her 1,000 subscribers today, and she's only had her channel for a few months. So again, I love watching her because she's doing something that she's really good at, and she's helping other people. So I think that's my goal, is I want to help other people, whether that's finding right supplies to do some crafting, which is what I love, or finding the tools to make a way for yourself and get to where you want to be. Again, I have no advice. I can tell you what works for me because there are some things I know that work for me, and I've definitely found a heck of a lot of things that don't work for me. So one thing that works for me is crafting. I have a Cricut and Explore 2, Air 2, Explore 2, I think. But it's mint color. I have a Cricut, and I have worked on it, I don't know, 5 years, something like that, 7 years. That whole thing, as stressful as it was when I first started, like tears, like drama, like not fun. Finally got through that because my husband's very supportive. And I figured out how to use that Cricut machine. So that brings me joy. I mean, like, I've done a lot with my Cricut machine, and the beauty of it is I have held classes. I've had friends, I've had get-togethers, and have discovered that my joy, as much as it is the crafting part of it, it is the sisterhood that it creates when you get together with other women, and I've done it with men too, but really it's mostly the sisterhood. Of getting together and working on that, spending time where we encourage each other, support each other. It is way too easy to find places where that doesn't happen. So it's super special, and you want to grab a hold of an environment where you are supportive and you take care of each other. So I think that circles back to why I want to do this channel, is I have really appreciated when people have lived a great example and driven hard to make things happen. I like that, and I hope in some way I can inspire you to pull the trigger, to go the next step and do something hard. I have a few people in my mind of friends that I know that are amazing in a million ways, and I can see them like on the verge of their next step, and they're hesitant. And it's like, okay, what's the tool you need or encouragement to go to the next step and make your dreams happen? Like, quit being afraid. Like, crap's gonna happen. It is not gonna be easy. A year ago when we started this journey to move, definitely not an easy year for us. But we were committed to it. I mean, we lived in our RV for 9 months. So I lived in less than 200 square feet, but it was part of the journey. And let me tell you, we enjoyed that. There was only one day in 9 months where I'm like, this is way too small. But we made it happen. So long, great story to bring back to the why am I here is I want you to find your joy. Today I've got my joy. I'm very happy where I live in Central Florida. For me, the things that are important is obviously being with my husband of 32 years. He's my biggest supporter. I have found a lot of my awesomeness because of him. So I'm pretty lucky to have that. So I've got him, I've got sunshine, I've got palm trees. The one thing I wish I had was my family closer. But that part I'm going to figure out. I'm going to figure out how to travel back and forth to see them. And then we chose a home that would be hopefully a nice place for them to come and visit. We have space in our home to have guests. So whether it's family or friends, I think we're good for about 4 days of visitors. Because I'm new to being a hostess. But that's what this is going to be all about. So we're at day 2 of this Vlogmas. So I want to talk about my crafting, and then I want to talk about a tool I use. It's super easy. Let me tell you this. It's super easy to tell you where to order this. If crafting is your joy and you want to try and make a Scrabble wall with your family's names or inspirational words, whatever, that's super easy. I can show you step by step how to do that. I can show you how to get the vinyl letters to make stencils, or where to buy those, or how to create them if you have a Cricut. That's easy, because that's very tangible. This kind of stuff, the gratitude journal, not quite as tangible. Not tangible, because that's like where your mindset is. For me, I need to slow down and remember what I am grateful for. And as I said, I've learned from lots of other people. Oprah, huge Super Soul Sunday fan, and Tony Robbins. And I feel like there's 8 million inspirational speakers or self-help people or whatever. And goodness gracious, they're all saying the same thing. And one of those things is be grateful for what you have, because then whatever you have is enough. So every day I write down my 5 things that I am grateful for. Quite often there's a consistency in that. But it just reminds you to look for those. Reminds me. Again, I'm not giving advice. I'm not really good at that, and I never want to sound preachy. So let's talk about the crafting. I'm doing this Scrabble wall. If I can figure out how to insert a little video here, it will show me painting all of these. I painted 22 of these, and I painted, not stained them, because stain, I don't know, is just smelly and messy and everything. And I had paint, basic paint from Michael's. I can use the same stuff, same version of that from Walmart. That stuff is like so affordable. But I watered down paint. What I have to decide now is if I want this to be darker. So I had a sponge brush. Those I don't get from Dollar Tree. I don't care for the texture. Those I'm sure I either got at like a Home Depot, Ace Hardware, Menards, wherever you are, some home improvement store. A little bit thicker texture. I like those, they last. And I just watered down some brown paint. Burnt umber maybe was the color. I have to decide if I want these a little darker. I may go back and add a little bit of black in there. I might either dry brush it, I'm not sure. But so I painted these this morning. So I'll cut the vinyl and all of that. I ordered them from Dollar Tree. I don't know what's available in the store. And when I ordered these, there are 6 per package, but I also got, I'm leaning this on the box. I also got rectangles. So I'm not sure if this counted as one, or if this was one, chances are this was one and this was one. And I believe there were, I don't know, maybe 30 in a case. Oh, the case is sitting right here. Maybe 24 in a box, but nonetheless, I had plenty of these. I think I needed like 20 for my family's names, my husband, my 2 sons, my daughter-in-law, my 2 grandsons, myself. So with all of our names, I think it was around 20. So I have them painted. I'm not sure when I'm gonna cut the vinyl because I have a million other things to do. And this morning, I think this is probably like variation 23, 24, 25 of doing this. Because I would start and it's like, well, who the heck wants to hear you say that? And then I thought, wait, while I was doing it, a friend was texting me and I put lights under my golf cart so it looks like it's glowing a little bit and I can change the colors. One of the things I wanted on a golf cart was, and I keep looking in the wrong place. Sorry, I keep looking over there. One of the things I wanted on my golf cart was I wanted to decorate it for Christmas. So it was like this long thing trying to figure out if I could get lights, if I could get it plugged, blah, blah, blah. There was a company that would do lights on my golf cart, which would make it high visibility and add like brake lights and stuff, but that was gonna be like $500. And then they came out to look at it and they're like, no, your golf cart is different because I have an electric one, and we can't get to the wiring or whatever. And I'm like, I'm gonna figure this out, because when I want to do something, I'm gonna figure it out. And I found for $15 on Amazon a USB plug-in for these lights, that it's this gorgeous strip and you just peel off the backing and it's all adhesive. And I just stuck it on the bottom of my golf cart. So far they've stuck, and it's been, I don't know, a month or two maybe. But they're fantastic. So while I was trying to do this, my friend texted me and said, my husband really wants to get those lights. So I sent the Amazon link, and she's like, do you have the clips that you use? So it's like, okay, this is a great example of, we learn from each other on the simple little things like $15 lights from Amazon to light up your golf cart. And I see people use them in their kitchens. There's all kinds of like, but it was a simple thing to say, hey, I like what you're doing. Give me a resource. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to quit redoing this. And if one person watches this and says, okay, right now things aren't clicking for me, I have to change something or do something, I'm not giving up. So this is my thing. Please just don't give up. Whatever it is you're trying to figure out, just don't give up. Because it's totally worth it. Because this, I really enjoyed doing this yesterday for my first vlog. But then this morning, I spent hours trying to do this, and it's like, okay, there's a system to this, and I'm going to figure it out. So my friend Lynn, she just, shame on her, she makes it look so easy. She's fantastic. So really, go over and check her out. Okay, so I showed you the stuff for the craft. I stained it. I'm going to see about cutting my vinyl. And I'm not sure if I'm just going to cut white and slap the white vinyl on here, or if I'm going to use it as a stencil. Like I said, I painted a couple of extra ones of these, so I'll be able to try it out both ways. I showed you my gratitude journal. So that's my other thing on my tools. And like I said, I think I'm just going to treat you like I'm chatting with a friend. Like friends help each other out. My best friend from growing up, Joanne, she and I talk every morning except for Fridays. She talks to her sister Patty then, and that's fine. But every morning, and we're like checking in with each other, like, how are you doing? What's going on? I stink at fashion, so I will like send her pictures going, does this look okay? So if there's a fashion friend out there, I need you. I had sons, and you know, sons don't care what you look like. I think if I would have had daughters, and I would have, you know, been dropping them off at high school or something, or at some high school thing, they'd have been like, you're not going in like that. I feel like daughters sometimes correct moms, like, and help them out on like, oh, please wear this. So anyway, so that's what Joanne and I do for each other. So I'm trying to think, if you're like, if we're going to be friends here, I want to add value to your life. I want to help you out in finding your joy. So today my joy is going to be crafting. I'm also have to go clothes shopping, which definitely not my thing. And I haven't done my gratitude journal yet, so I'm going to do that. So I hope you find joy today. I guess that is a good start. I hope you've made it through this 13 minutes. And oh, I do want to do a shout out. Can I do a shout out here? Hey, it's my channel. I can do what I want. I'm going to do a shout out to Less Junk, More Journey. It's a channel about RVing, about a couple that took their family on the road. They have a very young family, 2 little kids. And when my husband and I were learning how to RV, we watched their channel. We watched their channel and Keeping Your Daydream, Mark and Trish. And they taught us all about the RVing thing. So Less Junk, More Journey, fantastic. Fun to watch this family. And it really is. My gosh, all this stuff, these YouTube channels, it's not just about the content. It is about the connection. Oh, I like that. It's not just about the content, it's the connection. So I hope we get to connect. I hope I inspire you to find what makes you happy and brings you joy. And when you have enough joy, when joy is so abundant in your life, you have enough for yourself and can share it. So there you go. Day 2. I hope tomorrow is a little bit neater because this is pretty messy, but I'm going to quit not doing it and thinking I have to keep going until it's perfect, because good Lord, perfection is just unobtainable, not reality, and messes with your head. So thanks for tuning in. I look forward to getting to know you, and I hope you go chase your dreams. Have a good day.